And good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all as excited as I am to be here for the last live week 4 race. This is the race between Xarnax42 Sawneyrath11 ryguy3745 and Quinn Patrick of Legendary Group 4. I am Jeff, and I'm here thanks to Veluvi on the restream. We have Cherno and Shehali on the tracking, so thank you, everyone. This is going to be a very fun race, I believe. Week 4 features a bunch of crazy flags, chaos, as you sometimes call it, as well as a couple new features, including random spell cost, which is something that changes a lot of things in the seed, especially the end, the grinding, the go mode stats, which can be a little lower than they usually are. What do we have right now? 9 strength for starters and 24 HP. That is pretty low HP to start with, but hopefully we're gonna find a single enemy that will be killed easily and will give 300 plus experience. We will have a noodle, which is an enemy you can kill usually pretty easily around the home castle, which will deal a limited amount of damage to our players and hopefully make sure we don't start in a securely locked jail. Also, thanks chat for being here. I hope you will enjoy this this race as much as I will. And we are started. Throne room is randomized, as was not the case last week in week 3. So what do we have? We have, of course, no spell. We have an herb and a torch. Oh, that is a very normal start. Nothing very exciting, although the torch is going to be very important, because then you can probably kill what is referred to as the noodle with a single throw of a torch. So if you can find it, you can kill it, and it is possibly worth saving for that torch. Let's see what we have. A metal scorpion, a demon knight. We got people on the bottom who are saving. Enemies aren't too dangerous so far. The metal scorpion is dead on the Sawneyrath screen, and we get a level or more. 0, 1, 6, 15 outside, and that is just one level. We found a cave with fairy water. Ooh, that is huge. That is much better than a torch. Deals more damage, and you can just come back out and back in and deal as much damage, as many times the spell of hurt as you want, basically. We have a regular scorpion, which will give 60 experience. Oh, that is even better. We should get a couple levels out of that, hopefully. Yeah, look at that. 28 strength, 11 speed, 15 and 20 heal and hurt more. Okay, now we will want to find out how much MP these spells cost. But this is going to be... yeah, this is going to be speedy from now on, because with hurt more you can defeat most-ish enemies in chaos. Definitely the best way to kill most of them anyway. Metal Scorpion we have seen before. 18 experience is all it gives. Looks like Xarnax will get his own Scorpion and a bunch of levels. We got up to level 7 on Sawneyrath's side. 2 minutes in and level 7. Yeah, that's what chaos is. That's what random XP requirements is, especially when coupled with very fast leveling speed. We got something that gave 60 to Ryguy. Didn't see what it was. Quinn Patrick managed to get his own level 2. I've yet to see a player cast those new spells that they got, heal and hurt more. I will keep an eye out for that. Oh, 1 AP hurt more? I missed that. Oh, that would be very amazing. Oh, Rogue Scorpion also has 1 AP hurt more. Rogue Scorpion gives 175 experience points and dies to a single hurt more, I believe. Look at that, 32 agility. That is helpful, to say the least. More defense, less chances to get a back attack, and of course, I was gonna say more crits. No, that train has is gone. What does agility do again? Somebody remind me. Basic heal costing 4 HP. All right, that is good. Thank you. Well, I'm saying that is good, but hopefully we want cheaper healing. Maybe Heal More will provide that when we learn it. Sawneyrath up to level 9. Quinn-Patrick getting his own level 9, I believe, with that Rogue Scorpion. Nope, just level 8. Everyone's level 8 or 9. That is pretty close. Ryguy on the exploration side has found a bunch of things like the south edge of the map looks like, and a golem that dies to a single Hortmore gives 132 XP. That's pretty good. Werewolf that gives 60 something, and we got level 10 with Stop Spell. Stop Spell is gonna be probably an important spell against the both forms of the Dragon Lord at the end of the game. And the amount of look at that Axe Knight with 343, I believe, experience points in the desert. That is probably where you want to sit, and that's exactly what Ryguy is doing. Quinn-Patrick finding the exact same thing, so that's good for them. So yeah, that Stop Spell is going to be important, but you might want to check how much XP it costs before you get to the Dragon Lord. It might cost from anything from 1 to 8. Of course, you prefer the lower end of that. Usually costs 2, so anything 3 or more is less good than the vanilla game is. And look at that with those Axe Knights. Ryguy already up to 1700 experience points and now level 11 or more. I'm guessing just 11. Yeah. I like that Ryguy and Quinn-Patrick found the same zone, but they're sitting in a different row, just making sure they don't get out of that zone, which is, as a reminder, 15 by 15 tiles. Skeleton giving 93 to Sawneyrath. Warlock is resistant to hurt more, but thankfully he is not very strong and is running away, in fact, which is a bit annoying. If you get a decent weapon at some point, maybe you want to swing at it again just in case it gives a bunch of experience points. 65 from the Wolf Lord, 80 from the Magidrake, so decent-ish enemies, but the Axe Knight and Golems are the best so far, bar none, really. And Xarnax finding about the Axe Knights. So only Sawneyrath, I believe, is missing that crucial piece of information. Drakima giving 42, again, not so good. Better than Vanilla, but in Vanilla you also have guaranteed spike tiles that give a decent amount of experience. Here, spike tiles might just give you a single point of experience if you're unlucky. Oh, Joel is very punchy. We have yet to see terrible enemies, but it's gonna come at some point, I guarantee you. Armor Knight, I think we have seen before. 112, not too bad. Dice to a single hurt more too, so that's good. A Ghost on Xarnax's side. So everyone is kind of either full grind mode or, well, I guess Xarnax and Sawneyrath are pretty much in exploration mode right now. Oh, is that 363? I thought it was 343. That's okay. It's incredible. It's for such an easy enemy. Xarnax getting his own level 11. Should be the case for Sawneyrath pretty soon as well. 188 for the Droll Magi. That's also very good. We got a Wolf here. Wolf doesn't die to a single hurt more. Hopefully, again, 2 hurt mores won't do it either. Okay, 3 does it for 74 experience points. I was gonna say not worth the MP investment, but 3 MP is not too bad. It is the time that is not very good. time investment in a seed like this. In Chaos in general, I would say things tend to go a little bit fast, so no time to waste casting spell when you don't have to. We got a Wraith Knight for 42. Hey, and coincidentally it's Xarnax42 who found one. And yeah, Ryguy still grinding, Quinn still grinding. We're up to 5100 experience points. We wouldn't know how much XP we need to the next level if we rescued Gwaelin and used the Gwaelin's love or talk to King Lorik, but we ain't got no time for that. It's time to get strong, kill enemies. That is the mission of the Dragon Warrior today. I like that Xarnax and Sawneyrath are finding things. They may be behind on XP, but Xarnax knows about the Axe Knight, so at least he can go back and grind some more when he feels it's a good time for it. Red Dragon swinging for 43 and dying to a single Heartmore gives 80 experience points, so nothing coming anywhere close to the value of the Axe Knight right now. Green Dragon on Sawneyrath's side, that's new, dies to a single Heartmore and gives, 16 experience points. Hey, we found a town, Xarnax! Blessing us with the first sighting of something. And it's Hawksness. It looks like he's gonna attempt to fight with whatever's on there. It's very possible it dies to a single Heartmore. It's a Stone Man, which cannot get put to sleep and swings for a very nice 69 damage. So, okay, maybe try again with Heartmore this time. Aaron noting in chat, MP cost for sleep is 5, so twice and a half the usual cost, but it's possibly still worth it on some enemies that are resistant to Heartmore. Although we still don't have a weapon, so swinging on enemies is not what you prefer, and we found Brackenary on Sawneyrath's side, which has possibly some decent gear. We have a 12.5% chance that any weapon is reduced in price, and this is not the case in Brackenary with anything in Brackenary so far. It looks like he's gonna still buy something. A copper sword, alright. Sounds reasonable. 10 more attack power. And I must have missed level 12, but we got already level 13 on Ryguy's side with a bunch of hit points and magic points. That is pretty good, but looks like he's still grinding. Maybe looking to get heal more and or even better stats, because with these stats you probably don't want to go and win the game yet, but it's coming soonish, TM. I missed how many herbs Sawneyrath bought, but the amount of herbs and keys you can carry in the seed is randomized. Keys can be anywhere from 2 to 9, and herbs will be anywhere from 0 to 9. So, of course, it is not as important to have herbs in this flag set because healing is possibly cheaper. It is likely to be cheaper than usual. So it's probably not what's gonna limit you in your moment to get to Dragon Lord. 6 experience points for a Magiwyvern. We found the Rainbow Drop Trading Cave. We are trading the Staff of Rain, the Tones of Sunlight and Erdwick's Token for that later on, but we don't have any of those things. We don't even have the Harp yet, for which we can eventually trade the Staff of Rain. So we are looking for everything. We haven't seen, I believe, a Cursed Belt either, so we have no idea where everything else, well, where everything is really. We know it's not its Vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave because we found that and it's a fairy water. Aside from that, we know nothing. We don't have a key yet. Oh, looks like Xarnax can carry 2 herbs. I'm almost surprised Xarnax didn't go and check Hawksness again, having not tried to hurt more the enemy that was there. Looks like he might just go later on. He's not wasting time right now. He's doing some pretty efficient exploration, I would say. So is Sawneyrath. Patrick and Ryguy have incredible incredible amounts of experience, but haven't looked at so much of the map yet. And our streamer Vilovi taking note that with I believe it was Ryguy's death, we now know that level 16 is around 11,900 experience points, which is more than usual, which is a little bit surprising because of the very fast leveling speed and random XP requirements, but we might very well have 4 more levels at 100 experience points later, so we still really don't know how much XP we will need to win the game. Ryguy just killed something worth 154 experience points, but he's pushing exploration now. It looks like he's had enough on the X Knights. And ooh, Sawneyrath finding Rimildar, which has keys. So this will be our first site of keys in Aldous Seed. What will he do with those? He might go back home and check the treasury, check the basement, or he could just keep exploring, hoping to find Cantlin or Garnham or the grave or such. We're gonna have to wait and see, but I don't know what I would do myself. I haven't noticed exactly where Rimildar is right now. If it's not too far from home, maybe just go back and check. Of course, there is the chest here in the inn that you want to check first, especially if you can buy a bunch of keys. Looks like Vaisawako in chat mentioning he might carry up to 8 keys. That is significant. Very good. No Sawneyrath, although there is no other chest in Rimildar, as random chest location is not on this week. We have gold in Rimildar, so you could slow grind for something with the chaos enemies giving a random amount of experience and gold. You probably don't need that. Just find an enemy that gives a bunch of experience points and fight it. We have NPC Guillotine here. So goodbye random NPC in the shop. We have a discounted half plate and full plate for 426 and 1189. That is pretty good. Sawneyrath was very close to being able to afford that full plate, but looks like half plate is gonna have to do for now. And I missed things, but looks like Heal More is learned on Patrick's side, which is who is of course at level 16, so he's got every spell. And Heal More costing 6 MP, which is a little less than usual, but it's very significant when you consider that it's pretty much all you need to fight the Dragon Lord. So at like 100 MP points, you have like what is that, 11, 12, I can't count anymore. It's a bunch of heal mores, trust me, I know math. Like 16, I think. 16 heal mores. And Sawneyrath found Cantlin. His exploration is pretty good. He found a bunch of stuff anyone else has not found yet. Heal is a bit annoying to use to get to the court, but we do have courts at 69 north and 75 west. That is far from home, but I believe we are close to the east coast, so we might have a reverse count on the table, but honestly, that's far out, and I think it's a fair bet to say that all of our players will go and rescue Gwaylin today. Ryguy finding Hawksness, and given his level 16 is probably gonna be successful. Let us see. Sawneyrath attempting to defeat the merchant in the bottom left of Cantlin. Very nice. Ooh, Stoneman hitting hard, but has weak breath, and Hurtmore will, well, at least one Hurtmore will get through it. But no, triple search under the Hawksness spike will confirm there is in fact nothing underneath that Stoneman. Armor Knights in Hawksness, that's a nice sight, but again, you're really not looking for any better zone than what you have right now with the Axe Knights. It's unless you find a zone that has more than 1 out of 5 Axe Knights, and you don't really need anything. You're level 16 anyway, it's time to explore, and you're probably good to go when you find everything. Speaking of find everything, we literally have to find everything. As Sawneyrath has keys, but we have no key item, no Erdrick's gear, no flute, no death necklace, and there's a cave on Ryguy's side, which I don't think we have seen right now. Oh, well, it's the Staff of Rain cave. We don't have the Silver Harp yet. Xarnax going back to Hawksness, casting Hurtmore, survives a breath and a swing from the Stoneman. Oh, looks like 2 Hurtmores were not enough. Ryguy must have casted 3 times, or maybe was lucky on the starting HP on that Stoneman, or the Hurtmore rolls. Quinn Patrick now ahead in experience points at 12,718. That is pretty much 5 or 6 times the amount that Sawneyrath has, but has very little exploration knowledge. Oh, speaking of exploration, we found a Sharlock on Ryguy's side and the grave on Sawneyrath's side. Sawneyrath has keys, has just heal to heal up, but no, you don't need to go that way. Sawneyrath, no random chest locations, just the usual. So you have the top 3 chests you can check. Maybe hope for a treasure guard, because we have those too today. Journal confirming Ryguy had to cast Hurtmore 3 times against the Stoneman in Hawksness. Okay, so it has a whole bunch of HP, probably more than vanilla. And we have our first check at the Tainted Old Treasury, as we have a Death Necklace, a Demon Knight Treasure Guard that dies to a single Hurtmore and yields very uninteresting stats. We have the armor. Oh, that is very good. And some gold and a torch. That armor is very interesting, because with Hurtmore we don't care that much about weapons at the moment. Of course, Erdrick's sword is going to be very welcome, but I don't think you really need to bother with anything, buying any weapon until you find the sword. Quinn Patrick getting a bad Hawksness news, but thankfully survived that Stoneman. Metal Slime on Xarnax's side. Metal Slime is a bit not as interesting as in vanilla here. It doesn't give an insane amount of experience, and well, it's just a randomized enemy like the others. So we have Swamp Cave, and I feel Sawneyrath may still have in mind that random chest location is on, which is unfortunate. He's gonna have to walk around caves a little more than usual. But it doesn't really matter. It gives him a chance to catch up a little bit on XP, find about more enemies, and we have a stone man, Spike, in Swamp Cave. I don't believe he knows about the big swings from the stone man. Tried to sleep him, didn't work. Gets 3 breaths in a row, that's very lucky. Make that 4, and hopefully this hurt more will do it. Wow. And he has outside, so hopefully he rescues Gwilyn, casts outside, and doesn't fight the stone man again at the risk of losing Gwilyn. Sorry, not Gwilyn. Rendell, new GB of coach. QB. I can't read and I don't know anything about football. Please don't hurt me. Alright, cast outside and goes back home, and will carry QB Rendell to coach. Is the item still named Gwilyn's Love when you rescue QB Rendell, or is it Rendell's Love? I'll have to check. Xarnax versus Stoneman, take 3. We got some breathing action, and some Stoneman defeating action, and some disappointment action as well. Tav sadly walks in swamp and will get out of Hawksness. Ryguy finding his keys, buying all of them. Quinn Patrick finding his keys and will likely buy all of them, assuming he has the money for it, which I suppose he does. And he does. A whole bunch of money right there. He could afford some decent gear if maybe he looks at the shop. Will Ryguy check that shop? I believe he will, but maybe first check the chest right there in the inn in case it's the armor or the sword, so you don't have to buy a weapon or armor. And we find on Sawneyrath's side Garnham, the back of Garnham specifically, which has treasure guard, a wraith knight, which we saw earlier is not a very interesting enemy. It gives a silver harp. And a second treasure guard. Wow, that's amazing. Sawneyrath is on the way to having everything he needs to finish the game. He has the armor, the sword, the harp. We know there's something on the cords, which might or might not be something we need. Looking to buy a shield. We have a large shield here, so I assume that is gonna be his last shop visit, unless he, for some reason, really wants the silver shield and gets a gold grind for it. Which is, I mean, it's not a bad play in Chaos. You want to repel as much as Sharlock as possible, because some enemies in there can be quite nasty, but a gold grind just for a silver shield is a significant time investment. Okay, Sawneyrath is looking for the cords now, which makes sense, because he's missing just 2 things really, the token and the stones. And we have no idea where these are. They might be in Grave, they might be in Mountain Cave, they might be in Tablet Cave, they might be on the cords. So all things that we really want to check. Quinn Patrick and Ryguy have been playing pretty much the same so far. I've been grinding a whole bunch, then exploring a little, finding Cantlin at pretty much the same time, finding Rimlar pretty much at the same time. Hopefully they're gonna finish pretty much at the same time as well. Will make for a very interesting race. Oh, and I missed it, but looks like Quinn Patrick reached level 17, which has, looks like 1 agility, 12 HP, and 6 MP, so not what you like. At this point, you really want more strength, but we'll take whatever we have. The cat is murdering random NPCs that was blocking him from brawling and using a dragon scale. I love that our players are making very good use of NPC guillotine this week, or maybe I could phrase that differently. I love that the NPCs are making NPC guillotine useful this week. We didn't get a chance to see how strong the blue slime is. It ran away from Sawneyrath and survived, well, resisted a Hurtmore cast. Randall tells Sawneyrath that he's still very far from the coordinates, so he's gonna keep walking. We found a fighter's ring and a token on Ryguy's side in the grave, and Quinn Patrick is gonna get exactly the same thing in just a moment, and we have a grave dive by Ryguy. There is a decent-ish amount of a decent-ish chance that there is the Stones of Sunlight in there, which is the only item we're really looking for still as viewers. Maybe Sawneyrath will find it in just a moment. It might be what's on the coordinates. Definitely not on grave 4, which is just fairy water. Stone men in the grave, you gotta be careful with that. Although they breathe a lot, they also swing. They have a very decent swing. Xarnax, still no armor and healing with heal. It's a bit painful. It's annoying to have to cast heal many times to heal up. But when you have no heal more, really, you don't have a choice. We have wings at the bottom of the grave, so that was completely useless. Ooh! Sawneyrath right on the court, and it has the flute, which is... I want to say completely useless this week, unless you're really lucky / unlucky and the golem has rolled as a terrible enemy, which is pretty unlikely to happen. So yeah, all that Randall rescuing and love using and inventory space for something that is not great. We have gold in the bottom of Tablet Cave on Sawneyrath's side. We have coal on Ryguy's side, which has nothing. So what the heck? Coal and Hawksness have nothing. So chances that mountain is... well, never mind that. I was gonna say chances that a mountain is required are increasing, but they're pretty much 100%, I believe. And there we go, we have mountain on Ryguy's side, so we are expecting to see a Stones of Sunlight cave in there. Stones of Sunlight cave there. No, we don't expect to see the cave there, just the stones. Nothing on the first floor, and by nothing I mean a torch, which is not useful anymore at all. Wizard treasure guard, maybe? Which ran away, so stones were not guarded very heavily. And we now know where everything is. Ryguy doesn't, so he's gonna keep opening and looking at every chest. So, token and stones are missing for Sawneyrath. Harp and stones are missing for Quinn Patrick and Xarnax as well. It looks like everyone's missing something different. Ryguy is the one who's missing. No, I was gonna say, yeah, I think he's missing the most. They're all missing like 2 or 3 things, but Sawneyrath is very close to having it all. Except the XP lead, he's not close to having this. Ryguy and Quinn Patrick are very, very far ahead in that regards, especially because of that Axe Knight grind they did early on, and it's really served them well. If you look at the deaths, 1 for Quinn Patrick, 3 for Ryguy, just 2 for Sawneyrath, despite his very aggressive exploration, I would say. That's very impressive. Patrick finding out about the Stone Man. Did I see the Stone Man having heal more? That's a very good use for stop spell right there. 75% heal more and 75% fire. That's and 176 HP, 198 AP. That's a very interesting enemy. It's a good thing they had to fight it before diving Charlock, because if you see one on the spike tile in Charlock, then you will know you have to use the stop spell pretty much. Gwelin has been rescued on Patrick's side, not yet for Xarnax or Ryguy. Metal Slime giving 9 experience points. That is not what you like to see. Sawneyrath finding about the empty coal. Not gonna search the the search spot 3 times like Ryguy did in Hawksness. Yep, Sawneyrath looks like he's looking to see if there's alternate chest locations, but no, there will not be today. Ryguy finding Garinham and 2 of the 3 items he's looking for. Sawneyrath finding Mountain Cave, looking for those alternate chest locations, which he will not find. Well, he'll find the locations, but he won't find the chests there. Just the regular 5 chests in Mountain Cave, 1 at the top, 4 at the bottom. And yes, Ryguy is very close to, well, what is he missing? He's got the sword, he's got the armor, he's got everything. He's just got to trade his things for the rainbow drop and dive and win. You won't need the flute, so definitely not checking those coordinates, which will save him a very impressive amount of time. Checking the spike tile, seeing the stone man saying nope, he's out. I'm not sure he has seen the rainbow drop trading cave or the staff of rain trading cave, but with his stats and with the repel he just cast, it's not going to be a long time before he figures it out. Stones for Xarnax, very nice find. Looking still for both of Erdrick's gear and the heart. Of course, Erdrick's gear is at home, which requires keys, which Xarnax still does not possess. Hopefully he finds keys at a moment of exploration, which allows him to not think about diving grave. If he finds everything before going back to the grave, then he won't have to check grave 4 and 5, which had absolutely nothing of interest. Okay, chat confirming he's seen the trade-in, so it shouldn't be too long that we see Ryguy dive Charlock, which is right there, by the way. Patrick, unknowingly, still looking for that flute. We got our first Staff of Rain right there on Ryguy's side. So just a quick visit to the Rainbow Drop Cave and he'll get the Rainbow Drop, which will get him in Charlock. Now at 75 strength and having the sword and the Fighter's Ring, we have an attack power of 117, which means we're dealing 4 to 8 to the Dragon Lord, or as one would say, not so much. But at 6 MP a heal more, Well, you can use a death necklace with that HP, so maybe you can rather deal like what was it, 6 to 13 to Dragon Lord, and you have a bunch of heal mores. With a little luck, it is definitely possible to win with these stats. Oh, he's still level 16. Oh, thank you, Beta, mentioning that DNHP is at level 17, which is absolutely correct. He should be getting level 17 right here. Yep. Shortest grind in history. Get out, fight one monster, and you're done. Or are you? Will he decide to go? Nope, not enough, not strong enough, it looks like. He wants more levels. He doesn't have Goylan, so he does not know when the next level is. Other players would give Goylan if they see that that level 18 is a while away, then they might opt to grab a bunch of Fairy Waters and try their chance at diving and winning, which is definitely possible at this point, I think. Quinn Patrick finding the wizard, ooh, which has very high defense, but thankfully runs away and finds his Stones of Sunlight. Sawneyrath has everything now as well, just missing the rainbow drop, which he definitely knows where he can get that, and then he will need to grind, because at level 11 you can't even damage the second form of the Dragon Lord. You can't carry enough fairy water to hope to defeat him with that, and well, with 1 MP hurt mores, you might consider going for hurt more strats, but 6 MP heal mores will not help in that fashion. If you had both at 1, then it's very possible it's a viable strat. So, when looking at everything our players have, we know there's absolutely nothing of interest in Charlock. We will be going straight to the Dragon Lord. I don't know, however, Xarnax is still missing the Death Necklace, which is probably a little bit more... we have to be a little more careful than usual to use that item. You will lose a quarter of your HP for 10 more attack power, but with DL1 and the Spike Tile being possible killing machines, you might want to hold on and not use it right away, because it's... if an enemy deals 100 damage to you when it swings at you, then you want to have more than that, and that necklace might not help you in that regard. And Xarnax finally getting his seeds. Well, the seed to the tree that will grow some keys, I guess, and he's harvesting 8 of them right now, I assume. Or picking. Look at that, 16,000 experience points, and Ryguy is still not at level 18, so he's far ahead of Quinn Patrick. Oh, never mind, he's level 18 right now, and we have 4 strength, 13 HP, 2 MP, and no agility. That's 121 attack power or 131 attack power with the Death Necklace, and Ryguy is saying, nope, not enough, I want more. Level 19 it is. And yeah, it is literally level 19 right now with 19 power. 1 agility, 5 hit points, and 7 MP. Okay, that last fight was very worth it. If only for the speed that the time he will gain fighting the Dragon Lord. And now it's absolute go mode. You don't You don't need anything else. You just go, please. Holy cow. Yeah, he's looking for, I'm guessing, healing and Charlock, and then he's going, you don't need anything more. I would expect I'd expect him to have a very high probability of winning right now, unless there is a terrible DL1 or spike tile. But even then, he's so far ahead of everyone in terms of XP. Even Quinn Patrick is lagging a bit behind by like 3000 XP. He's still grabbing Fairy Water, which I think is a very good idea, because you want to keep you want to repel in Charlock absolutely in Chaos, but you do want to keep most of your MP for the 6 MP heal mores. And at 124 MP, that is 20 MP with 20 casts of heal more with 4 MP to spare. You can use the Death Necklace, but at 140 attack power and the things that we discussed about earlier with the L1 and the Spike Tile being dangerous, you're probably not using the Death Necklace here unless the L1 is undamageable or something like that. I'm not sure what the stop spell cost is either. I know Sawneyrath used it on the Stone Man in Swamp Cave, but I saw it just because I saw that the spells were blocked. I didn't see him cast it. Xarnax, now having the keys, is getting access to the coordinates, which unfortunately is not going to be useful for him today, having the flute and all. Okay, Beta in chat mentioning that 3 to 6 would be the range on the max defense DL1 at this attack power. So even with 255 defense power, which I believe is the maximum for the DL1, he's gonna be able to damage it slowly but surely. Red dragons in Charlock, they don't seem too bad at all. Just swung for 18 or something on Ryguy. Magiwyvern also a very early seed enemy we haven't seen in a long time. Quinn Patrick selling some stuff. Looks like he's willing to try on 17, which I think is absolutely fair. He's still behind Ryguy, but he has a very decent chance at second place if he goes like this and wins. Xarnax finding Grave, getting the top enemies, the top chests, and will be diving, fortunately, for the 2 useless things, which I believe were a torch and wings. Bottom floor for Ryguy already. Things are going pretty smoothly. Probably repelling a bunch of stuff, despite not having the silver shield. No one has the silver shield, and it is definitely not a surprise. It looks like I was mistaken. It was not a torch, it was fairy water on grave 4 for Xarnax. Wow, Ryguy using the fairy water to repel for the last like 20 steps of the bottom floor Charlock. Very easily dealing with the red dragon spike tile. Is at full HP. 1 MP out of his full MP is going to be declared a fool by the Dragon Lord and deals 41 damage to the Dragon Lord, who has sleep and swings for just 25. Okay, so and has hurt more. Okay, so that's not a significantly dangerous Dragon Lord, just a little bit stronger than usual. Oh, maybe you still want to cast that stop spell because that sleep is a little bit annoying and will allow Quinn to catch up a little bit. Wow, still sleeping. That is, wow, pretty unlucky. Still alive though. And another sleep cast. Oh, that is unfortunate. I think I was gonna say, I think he's No, he's not gonna survive. Oh, that is very rough. Oh, that must not have put a smile on Ryguy's face right there. Oh, he was probably very close. He dealt a significant amount of damage to DL1, but did not opt to stop spell. Probably after seeing the hurt more on the 20-ish damage swing, but looks like he swung harder than we thought, and he was just unlucky with the sleep rolls. He did not woke up very quickly. This is Quinn Patrick's chance, and Xarnax finding the things in the treasury, including the death necklace, and of course, I believe the armor was there. So he's getting there. He's still level 15, which is 3 levels more than Sawneyrath. But Sawneyrath has most of the exploration done, so he's got that going for him. I couldn't say which of the two is in the lead at the moment. I would say Quinn Patrick is in the lead, depending on the amount of HP that the Dragon Lord has, depending on if he casts Stop Spell or not on DL1, because if he doesn't and gets the same luck as Ryguy, then Ryguy is gonna come back and win this, or at the very least attempt to again. Always thankful for Breckenary being close to Charlock. Quinn Patrick, I believe, has kept his Fairy Waters for a potential use on the Dragon Lord or on the Spike Tile. Little does he know the Spike Tile is useless. He's just gonna pass through it as if there were none. But DL1 is gonna be the real challenge here, because with he's got 23 less attack power than Ryguy, so it's gonna be a long fight if he survives. At the 130 HP means he's gonna have to using the death necklace before fighting the Dragon Lord. Okay, that is wow. That is very courageous, one could say. He's being declared a fool, and I don't think I can blame him for that. And he's asleep. He wakes up, casts Stop Spell, which lands. Okay, he's in a very good position right now. Although still dealing 30. He's done already? Oh wow, I wasn't expecting this. I thought he had dealt much less damage than Ryguy did. Not using Stop Spell on DL2, he's just used a Fairy Water. It's a bit scary, I won't lie. If DL2 has a surprise sleep, then that's very bad news for Quinn Patrick, but very good news for Ryguy, which will probably cast Stop Spell the first chance he gets. But so far, no spell coming from the Dragon Lord, who can have heal and sleep. No sleep, no healing so far. Of course, we might not be in heal range yet. And Ryguy's at it. He actually might catch up on Quinn Patrick with the increased damage he will do with his 40 HP. And wow, look at that. The Dragon Lord is dead already. I don't know. I thought I saw him swing at DL1 a couple times on his previous attempt, but maybe I was mistaken and he just had to heal up after his sleeps and never swung. I don't know. Still 9 heal mores left for Quinn Patrick, and things are going smoothly. No sleep coming from Dragon Lord, and he's done. No healing either. Just mash A, cast return, and win. Well done, Quinn Patrick. Quinn will get a massive 5 points for winning this race. Get your GGs in chat. Wow, that was a very, very impressive end of the game right there. Ryguy could have taken it, but Quinn Patrick just pulled on the on the rug and caught him up swiftly and smoothly, and I dare almost say unexpectedly. So very well done. At this rate, yeah, exactly what I was gonna say. I was expecting Ryguy to finish in just a moment, and he is done. He's gonna be like a minute behind Quinn Patrick after a cast of repel, of course, because you don't want enemies when you get when you walk to talk to the king. Get your GGs in chat for Ryguy, who played an incredible seed as well. And we have 37 seconds between the two runners. That was close. That was very close. Now we have Xarnax and Sawneyrath fighting for third place. Sawneyrath just reaching level 15, on which Xarnax is at the moment, which is probably not enough to win, given what we've seen. So they do want to reach probably level 17, which is a long time away. So we got some grinding to do. We got some rainbow drops to get as well, and we are joined by our finisher, our very first finisher, Quinn Patrick. Well done, GG's.
Thanks. That was, I mean, besides the experience requirements and the map, that one was pretty jetty. At least if you're like me and you just hope that the Dragon Lord is really weak.
Yeah, that was very, very interesting and impressive. That use of the Death Necklace. You did not seem to hesitate at all. What made you think I'm gonna use the Death Necklace before even seeing what DL1 had to offer?
Because if I didn't put it on, there was a 0% chance that I would win the fight, and you know, there's a chance that DL1 has a zillion agility, and the Death Necklace might make a difference. So yeah, that was what I went for. I considered grinding another level, which it looks like Ryguy did. He went to 19, and yeah, that almost certainly would have cost me the race. And I also noticed that Ryguy does not have the princess or the flute, so that was probably what made up for my decision to go on 17 and just try it. Made up for all of the time that I lost on that snafu.
That certainly helped, but also level 18 was super far away. Level 19 was very close and had 19 strength. So unfortunately, Ryguy will probably be able to tell you himself what happened to him. We are joined by Ryguy right now. GG's, Ryguy.
Thanks, I guess.
Oh, that was a very, very close race. You both, Ryguy and Quinn Patrick, were pretty much playing the same seed up until the end, where you decided to go to level 19. What do you think of the seed, and what made you decide to go to 19?
I hate everything that happened at the end there. What happened made me go to 19? Well, 18 really, I guess, but I had myself, on 17? I had it like, we could probably get like 140, 150. Maybe I get lucky, I get into the 160s or something, but what if he has 200 HP? What if DL1 takes a ton of resources? What if this? What if that, right? There's so much variance at the end of a Chaos Seed. And there was a zone right by the castle was giving away experience. We had, like level 15 in 10 minutes? So I'm like, let's just get the extra level. Let's give ourselves a little safety in case DL1's a jerk, which he was, by the way. Well, was to me anyway. In case he's got 230 HP. And so yeah, I hated everything. When I found out we could one-shot DL1, even though I didn't, that DL2 had like, what, minimum HP or something, hated all of it. But at the same time, if he had 230 HP, it might have looked a little different. So, I mean, I don't know, it's just so much variance in that end.
Did you die to DL1, Ryguy?
Oh yeah, I think I was asleep like 9 turns.
Oh yeah, I only slept for like 1 turn when I got slept, which was pretty lucky.
That's the other one I hated too. Like I swung and hit him for I think 41. I had no idea what his HP was though, right? And he's hacking away and doing all this stuff to me. So I'm trying to stop spells and healing and whatever. And all I had to do was attack again. Although I don't know if I want to go into DL2 with 11 HP, but still.
Yeah, Ryguy's luck on DL1 was terrible. I don't think you even got a chance to cast Stop Spell. You got slept for like 6 turns. You were super low on HP, so you cast Heal More, and then you got slept to death again. So you had no chance.
Yeah, just a casual sleep for what, 9, 6, 10, however many turns in 2 sleeps. Yeah, it was great.
Aside from that, you really played pretty much the same seed, grinded at the same place at the very same moments. You found the same towns and caves at the very same moments as well. But that turn, that changed when Ryguy decided to go for level 18, which was pretty far away, really. But aside from that, you mentioned having level 15 like 10 minutes in. As you might notice, our 2 other players, Xarnax and Sawneyrath, are still on level 15. They did not grind as much as you did. They explored early on. Were you waiting, this is a question for both of you, were you waiting for Heal More specifically, or more stats in general?
I was waiting for Heal More specifically because that's kind of when you know, like, you're gonna have to at least get Heal More no matter what. So it's not gonna be wasted grinding regardless. Plus Heal More keeps you alive too. So it's kind of both. Like Heal More will keep me alive, so I don't have to keep dying and going back and starting from home again. And you got to do it anyway. Like, why not now?
And Quinn Patrick, I believe you have a similar thought, maybe?
Yeah, I was just, so Ryguy was also doing the thing where he just grinded the Axe Knights and Golems and stuff until level 16 right at the start.
Yeah, 1 MP per hurt more was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was like the one spell that was doing us a favor. Like 6 MP heal more is definitely better than normal, but not by much. And then like the 7 MP repels or whatever, those were. I was like, I couldn't repel anything in Charlock because I needed, like, if I needed the MP to cast heal more, and I needed the fairy waters to do damage. So. I mean, in the end, I probably would have been fine because that Dragon Lord was such a weenie, but. Yeah, that was thankfully there weren't that many like terrible enemies in this seed. It was just like the Stone Men, I guess, and the wizards who were funny because they were like, 0 strength, and they'd put you to sleep and then run away.
I don't remember, was it 1 or 2 treasure guards in this that happened to me anyway, where you got the treasure guard and they immediately took off? I always think that's funny.
Yeah, the wizard was one of the treasure guards. I think it was the one in Mountain Cave. That was when I was up there. I was feeling pretty despondent because I just like rescued the princess and thought, okay, now I'm gonna get the coordinates and it's gonna be something important. It was the freaking flute, and you see me standing on it. I wasn't 100% sure in this flag set if like treasure guards on the overworld spot were on or off. So I stood on the spot and didn't get a treasure guard, and I thought, it's the flute, isn't it? And I even like used the princess again to make sure that I was like on the exact right spot, but I still grabbed it because like I wasn't totally sure that that's how it was. And it like possessing the flute would be a way smaller problem than like ignoring an important item here. But yeah, it was the flute, which wasted an inventory spot that I could have used for more fairy water. Also, the princess could have been used for more fairy water, although her advice on level gaps helped me to not take level 18. But the one saving grace of that whole excursion was that it led me toward the mountain cave that did have a required item.
Yeah, I had kind of an interesting time with the, well, not coordinates, but I did all my exploration. I left the castle, wanted to do everything before I went back. So even after I had keys, I didn't go back to the castle. And I had found all the other caves. I hadn't found Garenham, and I hadn't found either Swamp Cave yet. So when I found Tablet, I was like, oh, well, I guess it has to be Tantago connects to Garanham, right? And those are my last checks. So I'm like, well, we'll see what key items we pick up, but I guess we can go rescue the princess because the coordinates were like in the middle of the map somewhere. It would have been a pain to reverse count too. But yeah, I was really happy to see the 2 items in Garanham because that was it. And I was like, don't have to deal with this these coordinates at all. Perfect. So.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the way it was for me is I was thinking like, because I was like in Cantlin after I got the coordinates, and I was like, okay, or I just gotten the harp, I guess from Grave, and I was thinking like, wait, is that what happened? No, I'm getting seed bleed from my last seed, but I just gotten the coordinates, and I was thinking like those coordinates are like pretty near where I'm at, near Cantlin and Grave. And I was thinking, I just gotten keys. That's what it was. I just gotten keys, and I thought, okay, if there's like something important in Treasury, or if the princess is under the castle, that works really well for me because so I'll just go home, you know. And what I should have done is walked all the way through the swamp cave and gotten to Garanham and gotten that stuff. But instead, I just grabbed the princess and left and got my armor out of the Treasury, and then went back to get the coordinates. So I was like trying to, you know, be a smarty pants about it and like do really efficient routing, and I got bit for it because it turned out that I was just looking for the flute the whole time.
Yeah, I guess one way my exploration was lucky. It didn't feel like it at first, but one way it was lucky was at the beginning. I found Harp and Jerk. Those were like my first 2 caves. I mean, other than freebie caves. Those are my first 2 caves. So when I got out to Cantlin, I wasn't really too worried about like, oh, I want to collect up all this stuff in case I find Jerk Cave. Like I knew they were back near home. So I'm like, I'm just going to collect all this stuff up. And if there's something at the treasury, I'll go pick it up on my way to turning stuff in and whatever. So yeah, I never had going back home really on the mind. So I was able to kind of reason out what was there and then, yeah, get all the checks done without having to go back to the coordinates, fortunately.
I got 52 bonks, which is a pretty big number even for me. I was like, especially when I was in Charlock, I had my calculator out figuring out how many heal mores I could do, and figuring out that 6 times 19 is 114, so I could do like 1 hurt more. Would wound up not mattering because I got to the Dragon Lord without using any MP.
The funny thing was on level 9, on whatever level, 19, yeah, there's 19 power level 19, so I didn't care what any of my numbers were anymore. Once I saw the 19 power, I'm like, none of it matters. I think Ada mentioned in the chat too, though, I had 18 attacks. I don't know if have we ever had someone have fewer attacks than their finishing level? Because that's kind of funny.
I had 29. I was swinging at a few things futilely. 18 attacks is a pretty low number. That's pretty good. There's got to be some seed like this out there that also had like an early hurt more on chaos, but it had like tighter experience gaps and more attack power, so you could kill the Dragon Lord faster and could get it down to a lower number. That'd be an interesting challenge. What's the fewest number of attacks you can beat the game with?
Well, Aaron is mentioning in chat that Niminva purposely did a seed once where he used only magic, but that is that must have been quite the challenge and require a bunch of luck for the Dragon Lord fight. But in this flag set, if you roll 1 MP hurt mores and 1 MP heal mores, in fact, we were thinking with 1 MP hurt mores, it might have been possible to attempt hurt more strats on the Dragon Lord, but really 6 MP heal mores was probably too much to
I didn't even think of that. Oh, that would have been, yeah, that's the main things. You would have run out of heal mores before you'd be like statistically expected to land that many hurt mores. But yeah, if it was like a 2 or 3 MP heal more, you might go for that.
You know, yeah, I didn't think about that, but also that can't be faster, right? Like, I mean, especially with that zone we had, but just in general, that's what you're looking at. 2 to 3 hurt mores need to land. I guess it depends how much HP he had. This one's probably only 2, but that's taking on average like 32 to 48 rounds of combat to hit those. Like, there's no way that could be faster, even if you survive it, right?
Yeah, I agree, but it would still be very fun to watch, especially maybe with a bunch of fairy water, and then you only need two. Well, possibly need two hurt mores, but today is not the day we're gonna see that. Unfortunately, there's still three races left for which there will be vodcasts. We can still cross our fingers and hope that it's gonna happen in one of the three, but I think we might have to wait for another year for that to happen. Speaking of further races, Ryguy, with those 13 points you now have, you are in a very good position to get a clinch a playoff place. Next week will be positional, so you will be fighting for, I would say at the very least, third place, which sounds reasonable given your current record. What do you think about next week?
I don't even remember what the flags are. Don't know. I don't know. Third place sounds probably doable, but I feel like
Stair shuffle.
Oh, stair shuffle. Stair shuffle's not that bad. Yeah. Yeah, stair shuffle's a funny one. I feel like that's one that always sounds like it'll be terrible, but it's usually not that bad. And so that just guarantees I'll get lost next week and finish fourth. So there you go.
There's also a bunch of new flags in that week, including Level Up Refill and Charlock In, so that may change considerably how the stair shuffle is played. But yes, it's I definitely get what you're saying. And Quint Patrick, you now have 18 points. I believe that will mathematically guarantee you a top 16 place. What do you think about that?
That puts me in Group 1, doesn't it? I'm going to be at the absolute top.
I believe
for the position round.
Yes, I believe you are correct. So this will be this will be a fun race to watch for sure.
Yeah, I've never been in Group 1 before. And I'm trying to think if maybe in 2024 I got into Group 1 in the Week 3 position round. Maybe. This is definitely my first time in Group 1 in the Week 5 position round. So that'll be interesting. Finals preview, perhaps. But yeah, I mean, I'm kind of like, do I practice for next week, or do I just practice for Week 6? Since it doesn't matter as much. I mean, it'd be cool to get in with like the number 1 seed or the number 2 seed or something. But...
Oh yes, that would be very, very interesting. And yes, week 6 might require more practicing. Notably, there is bunk damage to the. Oh, look at that! Xarnax getting his level 17 on the spike tile before the Dragon Lord. That is very fortunate for him. But I'm not sure he's as prepared as you were, Quinn Patrick. I'm not sure he has as many fairy waters. Looks like we're gonna have to see if he gets a better Dragon Lord fight than Ryguy did.
I think if he makes it through DL1, he should be fine. Well, there he goes to sleep. Let's see how this goes.
Oh, refusing to cast Stop Spell, but is rewarded for it. Just 2 swings will have been enough to get him to Dragon Lord second form, casting Stop Spell there, and successfully lands. I don't believe Dragon Lord 2 had any ability, but now it's pretty much a luck unless he mismenus or something. So.
Oh, he didn't put on the Death Necklace though. He's gonna be doing nothing.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long fight, but I don't think it really matters to him at this point.
All right, I have to run, but I just wanted to say thank you, everyone. GG's Quinn, and preemptive GG's to Xarnax and Sawyer. And thank you, everyone, for putting this on. And we'll see you next week.
Yeah, GG's right, guys. See ya.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for coming and chat with us. I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye. Yes, so as Xarnax is fighting Dragon Lord's second form, Sawneyrath is at level 17 also, and getting very close to the bottom floor, getting slept, asleep and run by the wizards. But he's in a great position, has everything that Xarnax has, even the flute, but that will not be useful for him, unfortunately. There is a point later in the playoffs where the flute will put anything to sleep, That is going to be interesting, and by everything I mean including the Dragon Lord. So again, go mode will be very hard to tell, but right now we have no such thing. So this is as a standard, non-standard Dragon Lord as it gets. Oh, 4 damage on the Dragon Lord by Xarnax. Yeah, if Sawneyrath uses the Death Necklace, he might catch up a bit, but I'm not sure if he actually can catch up. Xarnax has done a fair amount of damage. He's still got 6 heal mores left.
When Sawneyrath goes right to sleep.
Yes, and does not wake up as early as Xarnax did. And he's casting Stop Spell, and he is successful. So at least he's got a very, very guaranteed almost win against the L1. But I don't think he can catch up at this point.
Okay, according to Aaron, apparently I was in Group 1 in Week 5 of 2024. So it shows what I remember. Yep, I'm going to be facing... I think I got 3rd place in that race. So, yeah, I'm probably going to be facing Aaron again. That'll be interesting in GG's 2 Xarnax.
3rd place in a Group 1 positional round is nothing to be ashamed of. And yes, get your GG's in chat for Xarnax, winning with, I believe, 2 heal mores left, which is not much, but is enough to get him 3rd place and 3 points, which puts him now at 10 points. Sawneyrath blocking the Dragon Lord's non-existent spells and swinging, I believe. Yes, looking at the trackers again, thank you trackers Cherno and Chihali for making us know what everything is how everything is doing on each of our players' side. We can see that the max HP on Sawneyrath's side is 98, which means he used the Death Necklace, which means he will get a faster DL2 fight, but fortunately, it doesn't matter at this point. But let's watch the race, the end of the race, which will be coming shortly, and cross your fingers that everything goes right. Which I don't see how it could not go right at this point. Oh right, my bad, Aaron. 3rd place is 2 points, so that's 9 points for Xarnax. Ooh, that is a little bit dicier to hope for a play in a place in the playoffs, but it's not impossible, I think.
Oh yeah, is Aaron working on the scenarios yet?
I don't know, I leave that to the professionals. And we are joined by our 3rd place finisher, Xarnax42. GG's, well done.
I guess so, thank you. Man, that 20 minutes behind a photo finish, that's pretty amazing.
Yes, Ryguy and Quinn Patrick opted for the absolute complete grind before exploring. Pretty much they found a zone with Axe Knights,
right.
and they got to a billion experience point before exploring, and that really helped them a lot.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Get your GG's in chat for Sawneyrath successfully defeating the 2nd form of the Dragon Lord, and saying yes to Randall to have a companion, and will ride into the sunset with unfortunately just 1 point for towards week 5 with just 2 deaths though. That was impressive.
Oh wow.
So yeah, any thoughts about the seed, Xarnax? You did find keys very late, but
Yes.
The rest of the exploration was really good. Sawneyrath and yourself were definitely more on the exploration side, and you were finding different things at different points. What are your thoughts?
The beginning was comical. The free fairy water right outside, and then the 1 HP or 1 MP heal more was pretty incredible. Yeah, man, it stunk because I saw that town that ended up being Rimildar quite early and just could not find my way around to it. And yeah, by the time I finally got to it, and knowing keys were pretty essential to progressing in the seed, That felt pretty bad. I did when I first killed an Axe Knight. I was wondering if it would be worthwhile to hunker down and get at least to repel or heal more, but opted not to because I was killing so much stuff all along the way. But I guess a lot of it was not enough experience per fight to be very efficient. So it makes sense that got them pulled them ahead in the end.
Yeah, looking at those Axe Knight stats, 343 experience points for very unimpressive stats is I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, but it's hard to tell early on in the seed. It's sometimes you think there might be better enemies somewhere or more of the same somewhere. So it was not an easy decision, and we are joined by our latest finisher, Sawneyrath. GG's, well done. That was very close between you and Xarnax.
Yeah, the Axe Knights, what I'm doing.
How so?
I don't know. They kept running away from me. I lost about 15 to 20 of them.
Oh man, that stinks. It was really interesting. I noticed too the few times that I walked through the starting area. There were some times I'd get demon knights and I can't remember what else, scorpions, maybe a bunch of things that I never would want to fight. And then there was one time I got, just before I got out of the desert, I think I got 4 or 5 rogue scorpions. So RNG, or I mean, yeah, just encounter luck, it definitely had a chance to play a big role in swinging things.
It really did, and with the Axe Knights being worth 343 a pop, they were absolutely what you wanted to hopefully get.
Yeah, it sounds like Quinn and Ryguy both just sat in the first zone where they found them and just kept waiting for those things to pop up and knock them down before they really even went exploring.
That would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one of my beliefs about this game is when you find the grind and nothing, you're not going to get anything better than that. You just stick to it till you're good to go, and then when you actually play the game and walk around the world, you'll have all the benefits of being level 16 or 17 or whatever.
Yeah, I'm a proponent of that theory, but kind of abandoned it today.
I just couldn't remember which encounter zone it was and where they were on the map, so it happens.
Man, the DL2 fight was pretty tense too, especially in hindsight, knowing that losing that fight would have gotten me 4th place. I don't know where anyone else was when they finished. I was level 17 doing 4 to 9 damage a swing.
I threw on the DN.
I thought about it and I was like, if I don't want to risk going that low on HP, well, I probably didn't need to worry about it. For some reason, I was thinking DL2 could have been a bigger threat. I guess sleep would have been an issue. I was thinking if he was too strong, then I didn't want to have that low of HP, but that's not even a thing.
Yeah, because it would have dropped you to 98 and you would have been fine.
Right. Yeah, in my mind, I was like, I want to see DL2 at least once before I commit to the Death Necklace. And then I ended up getting, I think I did 118 damage with maybe 2 heal mores left. But he rolled really, really low, so it worked out okay for me.
Yeah, we got really lucky on the DL2 roll.
Yeah, I think if he had been 130 or higher, I probably would have lost.
If he had been 130 or higher, I would have been nearing the last of my heal mores.
So I don't have the exact standings in front of me right now, but Xarnax and Sawneyrath will be heading into week 5 into some group that is not the top one. Fortunately, is gonna have maybe less intimidating opponents, but we still don't know how that's gonna end up. Some great players have been having terrible luck, and some newer players have been doing very well. So, any thoughts about week 5, Sawneyrath and Xarnax?
Oh God, stairs. Why stairs?
I haven't even looked at the flags yet.
It's
But
stairs.
okay, the stair shuffle.
Yup.
Okay, that is a fun flag casually. I'm not a big fan of racing it, but definitely deserves at least one feature in the Winter League. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind racing it. I just don't put much stock in the results of those races.
Yeah, thankfully it's coupled with a bunch of new flags, including Level Up, Refill, and Sharlock in. And this might make the playing a little bit different for most players, and hopefully a little bit easier, because yes, as much as I think it's a great flag, I hate that flag myself. I don't like to play that much, but it's I mean, you kind of have to, I think. So yes,
Absolutely.
This is going to be a fun one to watch. That is there's no question about it. In terms of week 4 races, you guys were the last group to race live. There are 3 races that have happened, which will be featured tomorrow, probably in a vodcast. Our streamer extraordinaire Veluvi has volunteered to vodcast them around, I believe, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon Eastern time, one after the other, and then hopefully a little bit before that or after that there will be a week 5 reveal show. So hang tight, keep your eyes open for the DW Randomizer channel. There will be more action tomorrow and a lot more action next week as well. Any final words before we find a target to raid?
GG's.
Yeah. Go ahead, Xarnax.
Yep.
GG's Quinn and Ryguy and Sonny. The tournament has, as always, or the league has always been a lot of fun. Looking forward to next week, and thanks so much for Veluvi, Jif, and Shihali, everyone behind the scenes who makes these things happen.
Yeah, thanks to all the Restream crew and GG's guys.
Yeah, thank you all again for putting us on. GG's y'all. Good luck in week 5, and hopefully the stairs won't be too bad for you.
Yep, not too bad is definitely what we are hoping for as players. Now, as viewers, maybe it will be otherwise. So thanks again, everyone, for playing, for racing. Thanks for everyone in chat for hanging out, and hopefully you enjoyed the race as much as I did. I was Jeff, again, Veluvi, Cherno, Shihali, on the Restream crew have been doing incredible work. Thank you so much. I will see you all again soon. We will be rating speed gaming with the Z1R tournament featuring Angel FM, who is playing in of course, the DWR Winter League. So say hi to everyone, and have a good night. See you again soon.